Yeah, man. Take it away, brother.
This song is called Drunk. Well, I'm a cigarette short, I'm a buck too late. And I've been running around this town for days. And I can breathe it in the air, breathe it in the air. And I can wave it around like I just don't care. And everything's lost in road. I'll be drunk by noon, trying to find myself a better you. It's all hard alone. I wake up brand new, but I don't think I'm getting over you. I'm never getting over you. Well, I'm a bad bitch now and I pay my rent. And I deleted all those texts you sent. And I'm not shooting crack, I'm not blowing cold. I try to fall in love and then I choke. And everything's lost in gold. I'll be drunk by noon, trying to find myself a better you. And it's all hard alone. I wake up brand new, and I don't think I'm getting over you. I'm never getting over you. And everything's lost and broken. I wake up brand new, and I don't think I'm getting over you. I'm never getting over you.
Well played, my friend.
Thank you for the applause.
Well played. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mike Hadley's Drunk from his recent album, Do Not Enter. And yeah, so welcome to the Rated G podcast. I'm your host, G. Terado. And that's right, I have here a very special guest, Mike Hadley. But before we really get into the show, I just want to welcome any potential new listeners and viewers out there tuning in for the first time. Welcome to the show. This is an art and creative podcast where I sit down amongst with other artists and creators. And we just sit down and we get to know each other and learn our interests and share more about our passions. And so if you enjoy this content, please be sure to hit that subscribe button, so that way you can keep up with the podcast. We are now showing the full video version of the podcast on YouTube. So please be sure to subscribe to my channel. It's under the Art of G Terado. And definitely check out the show notes where I'll be sharing all the information in case you'd like to continue to follow the feature of the podcast as well as myself. So, and share with your friends. That way we can get this podcast to keep growing. And, I'm always looking for new local artists to feature on the show. So I'm just looking to connect and help inspire other artists. All right. Am I forgetting anything else? Oh, anyone that's coming back to the show, welcome back and thank you for your continued support. And let's go. Mike Hadley, my friend. This is a very exciting occasion because, we did have one face-to-face convo a little while back. just getting a feel of our personalities, I guess. Just kind of shooting the shit for a minute.
Yeah,
But we really don't know each other though. Like we have mutual friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the most part.
I know Joe Paventa was on the show, but I was talking to my buddy George, who does like a lot of painting and stuff like that, and he was actually has been on the show too before.
Right.
He said too he remembers you from back, and I think you guys had painted and done stuff like that together.
Yeah, we've done some of the same art shows, but even before then, we worked together at Michael's Arts and Crafts for a few odd years. Yeah, a lot of good days. There's some great times there, though. A lot of good memories.
Is it still a store? Is that like a thing, or has that gotten closed down too?
No, it's still around. Yeah. But George was on during like the early days of the podcast. It was like just starting. I think I said this the last time we spoke. I didn't have a microphone then. So, my laptop did the best it could, and he's so soft spoken. So, I mean, you can hear him, but because it was just what's that?
He's a gentle person,
He is. Yeah, he's a very kind soul, and So, and just the laptop too. Like the microphone on that can pick up so much. But yeah, that was fun. I will have to get him back on. But yeah, man. I was drunk. Which is all the album Do Not Enter in its entirety is really good. Drunk, I believe you said was one of your favorites.
Yeah, I mean,
and War Turtle. And I was wondering why War Turtle, because that one's like 30 seconds long.
It's I don't know. I feel like War Turtle is or War Turtle, I guess is the right Pokemon phrase.
War Turtle or War Turtle?
I think it's War Turtle. Okay. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I could be wrong, but I feel like that's just like such a straight to the point song where there's no there's no imagination. You don't have to like ask me what this song was about. Like it kind of, it's all it needed. It was funny too, because as I was writing that, and I talked to my buddy Walter, which shout out to Walt for, he brought me into his studio, recorded the whole thing, hooked me up with our buddy Mike, who mastered it, and kind of did it all for free too, which eventually I've given him a bunch of IOU sticky notes, but hopefully if this thing takes off, I could pay him for all this stuff. But I was writing that right before the session that we were going to have. And I wrote that first verse, and I was going to continue writing it. And I was like, I don't really think it needs anything else. Except for the Pokemon remark at the end. I thought that was like funny.
Yeah.
And then I've taken that same chord progression because I liked it and I wanted to write an actual song to it. And I wrote another song that'll come out, eventually.
Oh, okay.
But
all right.
Yeah, but it's still my favorite. And it was kind of in competition with a Beatles song, Her Majesty, which is like 30, I think it's 20 seconds. So they beat me a little bit, but
you're competing with the Fab Four, bro. What are you thinking?
Fine. You got nowadays, I'm not going to do art my whole life. So, you got to, and it's being creative and stuff. I thought it would be fun to have a short song on the record.
Yeah. I mean, it's like an equivalent to like an interlude track, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Right. I mean,
something like that.
Some people do some crazy interludes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then some are just.
So I'm like I'm not good with like last interludes and shit like that, you know?
Yeah. Well, then there are some that are, it's just, I don't know. It can just be like environmental noise or sounds.
Yeah. Well, and I like how artists do that where they, I guess, like, for example, Big Picture by Bright Eyes. Like how like the first 2.5 minutes is them like driving around in a car, like talking, and even to like listening to the beginning of the song, like in the tape player in the car. Like that's how the audio is. Like I love when artists like do shit like that, or you know, even have just like some kind of like little talking thing, like a voice man, like Slim Shady, you know, with all those mails from his manager.
What let me see. What question would I want to ask first? Actually, I guess I can ask it. What influenced the album?
I don't know. There was a lot of stuff that influenced.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah. If you can, I guess, kind of break it down. As much as you can.
I started like 2 years ago recording stuff. And I've only been writing songs for the last like 4 or 5 years now. And it's always like a learning process, right? So like in the beginning, I'm just trying to write shit and like make a song that could like go from point A to point B. And, I don't know, over the last year, I got really, I dove pretty deep into it. And this was like kind of an accumulation of some of the songs that I was playing live, and it really was my buddy Walt just kind of got excited. I played a show with Paventa, like probably, I want to say a year ago now, at this little like coffee shop, and Walt was there. And as soon as I got done, he was like, "You're coming to the studio and we're doing something." And I was like, "Okay." Nice. Like I've been motherfucker for like 6 months and now you're excited. So so we went in and we just wanted to have a very like straightforward one take acoustic and electric guitar. I play a couple songs on electric, but just like me and a guitar, and that's it. Like no production or anything like that. So, and that's kind of where that's where it began. And I had a couple songs that I was ready to bring there. And then there's a couple songs on the record too that are just really old. Like Cold Nights and Dark Days was a song I wrote like 3 years ago.
Okay. That's a great track.
Small Town Girl was like the second song I wrote after Babe, because Babe was my first song. So, it was an accumulation of some new stuff and then a couple old tracks that, he set the mode right enough to to throw them out and see what happened.
Yeah, Cold Nights and Dark Days. That's a go. And the music video for it is well shot.
Yeah, my buddy, shout out to Joe.
Whoever did that one.
My buddy Joe Palmieri, who's a friend that I know from high school. He has his own like photography and all that kind of stuff. He does photography for a living now. And he reached out to me. He did 2 other videos that are on YouTube, and Hello Fentanyl, that we went up to this spot that I knew growing up in Sussex County. It's by this old like broken down barn and an abandoned buildings right there. Mm-hmm. So we shot those 2 videos. And then after that, when Walt came to me and he's like, "We need to take this serious. Like, we're going to release a single and you need a video," and like all this shit. I was like, "Palmieri, please help." Like, what can we do to make a video? Like, I'm not a good dancer, so I look pretty like a 2-piece. So we got to figure something. And he was luckily, thank God, he was down with it. And I told him, I was like, "Let's go to this place. My grandpa used to take me, Sunrise Mountain, which is up in Sussex. And we, the poor guy, I made him wake up at like 4:00 to go to see the sunrise during that video. And it was cool, man. We like walked up there and he did his thing, and, you know, it turned out the way that it did. You know, nice. It was perfect.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's fucking awesome. I was actually talking to him about doing another video soon. So hopefully that'll be up sometime eventually.
From this album?
Yeah, one of the songs from the record. We got to figure it out, but.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, my personal favorite right now so far is We're Not Alone.
Yeah.
I like the ambient like addition to it. It has like this ambient feel to it. And then the last minute and a half is like so good. It has like almost like a jet, at like that 4 minute mark, kind of has like this like lead to it. You got room for your little lead guitar action in there, and you know,
yeah, if that's what you want to call it. It's.
I mean, all right, okay, yeah. I probably made it sound like you're shredding, but it's just, but there's like these nice little fillers just to keep the ambience going, because it's a very like chill, you know, relaxed melody. So like these the notes you're hitting, I say lead, but like whatever, or just rhythm, I guess. But you know, I mean, it's your song, so you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
there are these nice things in there that were added in there.
It was a mediocre diddle, if we're being honest. I don't want my friends that actually know how to play guitar to be listening to this, be like, yo, he thinks he like did a solo. Like that was like 3 Budweisers deep. I was just fucking around. You know?
Look, whatever you did, it fucking worked, man.
And it was it was cool because so me and Walt, and I told him, I was like, I want all these songs to be just like a one take. I don't want us to have to edit anything. I want it to be easy. And I don't know, I tend to like you know, acoustic sessions and stuff with musicians that I listen to. But for that song, we were playing it, and he after I got done, like towards the end when it goes into that like bridge part, I kind of just kept jamming, and then he like looped it back and I played something over it. And that was the only like extra we put onto it that wasn't, you know, just a start to finish thing. But and I'm happy it worked out great because I was pretty tuned in at that point. I think that was the last song in the session that we did.
So when you say one take of each song, like that, you did like one whole set basically?
Yeah. So it was press record, and you record the song, and you
just
like press.
You just keep going.
No, the whole session wasn't. Each song was. So there were songs that I fucked up halfway through, and we had to like redo, but they were still like, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're often on Instagram Live jamming out. Is that just like whenever you feel like it, or do you kind of
I don't know. I enjoy playing music and stuff. So occasionally if I'm like home and bored and I don't have anything to do, I'm like, hey, you know, come on in an hour. And it's usually like 4 people. Like it's, you know, it's not but it's fun. A couple times I've had a bunch of homies from high school and stuff that have jumped on. Paventa's jumped on, you know, just like random friends that'll come on each session. That makes it like, you know, kind of cool. But
did you back in the day, were you writing music when Canvas Clash was around, or no?
No.
Okay. That's when I met Joey.
Yeah, I played I don't know, I fucked around with guitar kid, but I didn't pick it up. I didn't pick acoustic back up until like 12, like 11 years ago. And I played covers for a really long time, like trying to learn stuff. And, I went through a bunch of weird moments. But it's, I didn't start writing music until about 3 years ago.
Gotcha. Yeah. When, cause like I used to play too, and it wasn't anything crazy, but I would just cover songs for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
I would like, I have tried written and recorded music that I came up with myself, but it's, like, I feel like every like musician enthusiast goes through that and tries to dabble and try shit out. But yeah, I went through that myself, and like I wrote a whole CD for my wife when we were dating then. And,
yeah, you got to send that shit up.
No. That shit was on CD, bro. That's how old it is.
And that's how beautiful music is. And even writing music, like it doesn't need to be, like I write stuff and release it and like 12 people listen to that shit, but it doesn't matter. That's like it's the fun of it.
It's embarrassing.
But it's still, but like that's
super emo, bro.
Yeah, your wife probably brags about that shit every time she goes anywhere. She's like out with her friends. She's like, "Did your husband make you a fucking CD? He wrote a whole album."
Well, all right, so like fun fact. Or not fun fact really, but when I wrote like I don't know, I don't want to say all the songs, but at least like half the songs I wrote them when I was on meth.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. So you wrote like 48 songs.
And that was like a whole thing. Like it was like the one time. It's a long story. I think I've explained it once on the podcast, but I don't do meth anymore. So anyone that might catch this, I am methamphetamine free.
Which is very important.
Yeah, it's very important to disclose that. But yeah, I wrote like lyrics too, like everything, the guitar, the lyrics. I recorded, I think I did like just on my computer or something. And I gave it to her. It's like,
and she's still what a good thing.
I was super fucking artsy though when we were just dating. Like I wrote her poems, like sonnets, like not just regular. Yeah, bro. Like we had like these assignments for English class, and it was like for poetry, and we were learning sonnets. So I wrote like 2 sonnets, and they were all like dedicated to her. Like I was always trying to create something for her. But I do miss playing. I always keep it in the back of my head. Like one day I might pick it up again.
Do you still jam ever? Like, do you ever play at all?
No, I just haven't made time for it, and I don't even have a guitar right now. So I have a ukulele. That was like the next thing. I was like, maybe I'll just play the ukulele just for shits and giggles. So yeah, I mean, I just haven't made the time for it. I have to be careful about that because, if I find an additional thing to occupy a pocket of my time, it might pull me away from the other stuff. So
exactly, important shit.
Yeah, unfortunately, because I mean, I love, I used to love just jamming out, just to jam out. When I was still, I mean, this was like high school and even college too. Actually, I was still playing, and we would have jam sessions. I had a roommate that had a djembe drum, and we would just fucking blaze and then just jam the fuck out, and it was like the best feeling ever. And we were living in the dorms too, so I'm like, this shit's popping. And we've tried. Oh shit, what's it called when you play on the streets for money?
Fuck, what is that?
Yeah, it's not a pretty word either. It's like a weird, awkward word.
Yeah, it's like they make you feel bad. You're like a peasant. It's probably I think.
Oh, what is it? Damn. But we've done that once, and I think we made like $20 or something, and then we bought like a couple Four Locos and just like hung out at the park. This was in Philly at the time. But yeah, I miss
Locos Park is where it's at for being.
Yeah, a lot of good times though. Good jam sessions, and we would just play the same set of songs too, and like it was just for the feel of it. It's good times. His name was Ed. Shout out to Ed.
Shout out to Ed.
Yeah,
I've had a couple really good friends that have jammed with me, but I've never had like a group of people that like we could have, where there's like more instruments than just like me and like another friend playing guitar or piano or something.
Yeah. Man, having a percussionist though. Man.
If you are a percussionist, a bass player, like anyone that wants.
I'm sorry. I was gonna say having a percussionist though is adds so much more.
It adds like rhythm to the song.
And just even it makes the song hit just a little bit harder.
Mm-hmm. It holds it a bit.
Yeah, like Joey's the Watch Me Sink album, or not album, but his album is awesome too. It's the same, it's acoustic as well, right? He did the drums himself with the I think Garage Band or something. But when he when he had what's his name? Casey, I think his name is.
Yeah, shout out to Casey real quick.
Yeah, when he did the drums for his single.
No Vacant.
No Avail and Veil.
Yeah. There's no something like that.
But his way, the way he handled the drums, obviously he's a drummer. So, but like adding that, it just added more flavor to the song.
Yeah.
It's what's up. And I see what you're saying though. Like when you try to find like a couple people that can fill in those other gaps and like have a solid jam sesh. It's because it's like a whole like ecosystem. You're creating like this ecosystem now with like all these other artists, and it's like, all right, now we're gonna sound like a jazz band for a minute, but we're gonna figure out our rhythm eventually. We always start off as a jazz band.
Yeah, and the thing is too, I've and even before when I was playing covers and stuff, I played for a ton of friends, George and stuff, and just fucking around. We're all hanging out, and I'm playing songs on acoustic. But even now, when I'm playing shows, like it's hard to fill the space, right? Like if it's just me and my voice, like how exciting would that be? Unless people are connecting with it. But like I'll play in bars sometimes, or this one brewery that I play in a lot. And like I'll play a song and everyone's like talking over it and shit. Like if I had a drum set up, it wouldn't, like it's just, I don't know. I'm excited to eventually try to play with like a full band, like get away from just the solo stuff.
Yeah, I was eventually going to ask you that at some point, if you were going to consider doing that, or if you're going to just be a solo act for a little while. So I was, me and my buddy Walt, we're starting to think about doing a full length now. And I think I've done enough of like the me and a guitar thing. And like, I want to have like, I have my friend Rebecca,
is a really good violinist. My Bill plays amazing piano. He could play cello, guitar. I've accumulated like an amazing group of friends that are actually really good musicians.
Right.
You know, drummer, our friend Marco's a drummer. So I want to like have fun with this record and not just have it be like another sad song by myself, you know, kind of a thing.
Gotcha.
But, like, I want to make stuff that, like, you know, white girls drive down to the beach to with like the top down. And it'll be fun. I want to have fun with it. You know, I'm kind of sick of like the lonely type shit. Like I want to bring friends and hang out with them and just see what happens, you know?
Right. I guess because, you know, because your album does have like a certain mood, right? A certain tone to it. So it's very heavy as well as like melodic, but it's like, you know, there is like a sense of like, you know, like loneliness type. But yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll see. I'm excited to see what you're gonna like get into, because kind of what I was trying to say is like you kind of, I would imagine it's like you got that out of your system with this album.
Yeah, and
at least a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, and you always got to like kind of hold that a little bit, you know. Like if I don't know, if I don't have bad days, I'm not gonna be able to like, you know, write some real shit. So, it's new album's gonna be like happy-go-lucky, like fucking
right. Well,
but it'll be more. I think musically, it'll be more fun, you know, or more, you know, more catchy. I'll still have a couple, you know, stripped down like piano songs or acoustic song on there, but you know, I'm try different things.
Yeah, and also kind of like I guess like however you, I don't know, I just imagine it's like however like the mood strikes.
Yeah.
You know, you see like how each day goes, how life goes. I mean, I imagine like, you know, just like any artist, you know, our work is a part of a reflection of ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So your next album or perhaps just your next single is telling you know, another chapter of your life.
Yeah. Yeah, and I try to be authentic, and just as far as like lyrically and stuff, like actually write real shit, because it's cool when, you know, people reach out to me and they're like, yo, like this song really hit me, and like we have a conversation about some hard shit that they like connected with that, you know, that song did. And so I don't know, instead of writing like what's gonna pop and be like the next thing, like, you know, I'm always gonna write stuff that's, you know, actually real and all that, or at least try to be. You know. Yeah,
well, I mean, it sounds like you're not you know, you're not interested in like the catchy hooks, like the mainstream, like it's just like, you know, the mainstream formula.
And, yeah, exactly. And kind of, I mean, you have to be like, I think that's kind of what a lot of the songs off this last EP have, is kind of like a more ear catching hook to the chorus or what the melody starts out as, you know, vocally. But, and that's kind of the battle, is like, not like you need to be catchy, but not being, you know, I'm not going to write a song about, you know, like something stupid, you know? So kind of like being able to balance, I guess, the two of those is what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, when I'm thinking catchy, I'm always thinking of like those real poppy, like bop, like, you know,
Yeah, exactly.
Shit that makes you bounce and shit. Like,
Yeah, a song about high heels or something. I mean, lipstick. There's like a ton of them.
TikTok or some shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. And especially to people's attention. That's another thing you got to think about is, I guess they say you have 7 seconds to grab someone's attention before they like hit next. You know what I mean? So it's like, how the fuck do you do that?
Yeah, it's wild. Yeah, I can't keep up with that shit, man. Because, I don't know. Like, I had this like conversation with a friend with like the reels, the Instagram reels.
Yeah.
Because I've had some like successful reels that grabbed a lot of views, and then just at some point it just stopped. Like I would get like it's just like really low numbers, and I'm like, huh. And it wouldn't be anything too different that I used to do, and even like hashtags, like they weren't that much different, unless it was just depending on the subject matter. I'm just like, that's so weird.
Yeah, dude, algorithms are stupid.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Algorithm thing, I hate so much. Right?
Yeah. I don't like paying attention to the numbers because they really fuck with me. To like try not to worry about that. And it's tough. It's tough not to. You want to know how well you're doing.
Yeah.
Or how shitty,
Yeah, it's rough, man. Then I've in the beginning I looked at the numbers until I released like I think it was Babe, like the first single that I put out, and I had like 7 streams in the first like 11 days that it was out, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna stop looking at numbers. And kind of, I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah, it's
and eventually they come. You keep doing it, and as long as you make honest work,
Yeah,
numbers.
You just got to keep going.
Yep.
Yeah. How earlier you mentioned the show at Green Hive Studio with Joey Paventa. How did that go overall?
Dude, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was a good show. Joe and Casey came, played drums and stuff for Joe. They killed it. We had a great turnout too. It was a show in support of one of the local homeless guys that comes in and like brings art and like just random furniture and shit to them all the time. So they were like, hey, let's do a fundraiser for him. So I had a bunch of friends put out art. My buddy Joe Palmieri, my friend Gunther, Dominic, me, we all like had art out for sale. And you could pay it for whatever you wanted to. And we raised $450 for him.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which was super cool. Yeah, they had carnations for sale and stuff. Shout out to Green Hive too. It's a really special art studio that they have in Union City.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And it's a small room, so it's like a very intimate vibe. You're not playing to like,
right.
There's not or anything. It's like people sitting on the floor listening to you. It was fun.
Yeah. No, that's
I made
cool,
those motherfuckers sing Goo Goo Dolls with me.
On the song, which Goo Goo Dolls?
Iris.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, they with me. Everyone did so good too. If anyone's listening, you did perfect.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's a great song.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, it's one of my favorite 90s songs. So
that song, because of that song, I love the movie that they used it for as well. City of Angels.
Oh yeah.
Starring Nicolas Cage and Meg Ryan.
Yeah. Fucking Nick Cage.
Yeah, man, exactly. That's such a good movie. Have you ever seen it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
Nick Cage movie. Many times. I think Gone in 60 Seconds was like my favorite Nick Cage.
That's a good one. Face Off.
Yeah, dude, they're all so good. I mean, he doesn't make a bad movie.
I mean,
he really does.
That is a strong statement, brother.
It is. It's funny. Everyone, especially I grew my hair out in the last 2 years. So everyone's always like, what are you trying to look like, Jesus? And I'm like, no, I'm trying to look like Nick Cage and fucking Con Air. I'm thinking I'm nailed.
Yeah, you should start dressing like him. Just rock like the tank top.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeans.
I'll look like I just came off the plane.
Yeah. Every time you step in the room with people, that you just do when he breathes the fresh air.
Yeah, the GIF. There's one. Send it to everybody. It's like that wink that he does. Oh, yeah. I wish we could show the audience what they all know what we're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah, they've all used it times.
What kind of what do you call it? What kind of other genres of music do you enjoy?
I mean, I listen to pretty much everything.
Yeah, I should have known better to ask that. I guess.
Yeah, I listen.
Let me ask a question.
Yeah.
What currently? What are the top? I don't know. What are the a couple of current artists that you are listening to now?
Morgan Wade. A lot. She's a country artist. Just put out a record that's fucking amazing. So if anyone's listening, if you want to listen to something good, Morgan Wade. I've also been listening to a lot of backyard barbecue playlists on Spotify while I'm working, where it's just really corny ass country songs. And it's and I'll be demoing a bathroom and shit. And I'll be like, yeah, I want to fucking drink sweet tea too and fucking eat corn right now. I've been connecting a lot with that, which is fun. And then probably one of my favorite songwriters, Noah Gunderson, just put out a record. And I've been listening to that a whole lot. It's all, he's one that's influenced me a lot, I think, with kind of how I record stuff or make it simple and all that shit. And then another, Phoebe Bridgers has been putting out single after single that's just makes me cry at my piano each night. So that's kind of where I'm at.
Oh, she writes sad music.
Yeah, no, it's the same thing. It's, I think it's vocals and stuff like that over the music kind of.
Okay. It's
like music you could turn all the lights off and just lay in bed and stare at the ceiling and
yeah. That's Josh Groban for me, bro.
Yeah. See, and there's a lot of artists.
There's a lot of artists who can do that too.
Yeah.
Okay. So you like country?
Yeah. I grew up in northern New Jersey, up in Sussex County. I worked on a farm when I was a teenager, fucking feeding cows and driving tractors and all that kind of shit. So
okay. Yeah. Did I tell you where I'm from?
No.
Oh, I'm from Haskell.
Where is?
Haskell Wanacue.
Wanacue, which is
Yeah.
yeah.
By Ringwood.
Yeah.
Pompton Lakes.
Yeah.
By there.
Like right off 23.
Yep.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah. See, Yeah, I mean, a little. Like trees and shit. See, and that's what country. They write songs about fucking trees and Budweiser, and I get this.
But I still grew up a little differently. Like, I mean, the area, but I didn't really. I grew up on hip hop.
Yeah. Well, see, and that's kind of where I lucked out. My parents split up like halfway through high school, so I moved from Suffolk County down Little Falls, or like I went to Passaic Valley High School. Shout out, and that kind of helped me get out of the whole country bumpkin lifestyle shit that I was like grew up in and stuff, and gave me some like some diversity in my life. Skateboarding on the sidewalks to my friend's house, like not having everyone pack chew that I was friends with, So, but it was a good mix,
No, I feel you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I told you, but I like to often play the race card for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
So like anytime I'm singled out, like I always point it out.
What nationality are you?
I'm Filipino.
Oh, fuck yeah. Like 100%.
Yeah, but I was born and raised here. I'm the youngest out of 4. I was But
was it your parents that like moved here from the Philippines?
Yeah. So anytime I'm singled out, I would always point it out. But just also growing up, I always had like a mix of friends, like Spanish, Black, White, Asian.
Yeah.
But now it's like I mean, I don't care, but I do like to joke about it because it's just like, I don't know, it's just funny to me. But like everyone I hang out with is white, and like anytime I meet like mutual friends or whatever, like I'm just like, man, where are the brown people at? Like it's everyone.
Why is
like everyone that I happen to meet are always white, or like anyone that I'm meeting through my in-laws or through other friends. But like when I'm meeting people just by myself, which is usually just at the gym, it's like
totally.
It's like Black people. Like,
it's a salad.
It's like a whole different like. It's just I don't know. It's just an observation. I'm not like saying, like I'm not trying to like point fingers and like. You know what I mean? Like it's just an observation and I just like find it amusing. So I often joke around a lot. Although I've made some risque jokes here and there before, so I've learned to tone it down a little bit.
Yeah. I was a little heavy in like the beginning of like quarantine 2020. And I was going to protests like the BLM protests and all that shit. And like it's I don't know, I think racism is a huge issue still like in this country. Anyone that's like,
always going to be, I think
it's not just like they either like don't want to admit it or they just don't want to have that conversation. But I think like it's something that needs to be like shed a light on,
I think unfortunately, I don't think it's going to go away completely.
No, and that's the thing. And then that's why we make jokes now, about it.
Well, because I'm not going to lie, man. Like, I mean, like comedians are really good at it, making cracking jokes. I can't
Yeah, exactly.
complain. But yeah, it's just like some people. Yeah, you never know who can take it. Like if it's like a joke, we're just saying like not even like trying to be like offensively racist, but if you make a joke about an observation that is like, yeah, that's kind of racist, but it's like it's kind of true though. Like those situations, it's like, yeah, like you can't. It's just there are some people that are just too sensitive about that shit, which is unfortunate.
I feel like that's like the time. That's like what's happening now in our times. Is a lot of people are like getting upset about really stupid shit. Like we're all like just kind of bickering at each other, and like things are not going good.
Yeah, like it's like it's like they emotionally attach to everything.
Yeah, exactly, and it's like maybe take a step back real quick from all that shit and just like what are we gonna fight about? Fucking what president gets elected? Like none of it matters anyway.
Yeah.
Doing anything different than the other one. We're still in a shitstorm. Like it's
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I always try to disconnect if I can.
Well, and that's the thing is we're all fucking humans that are just like living our lives and stuff. Most of the shit like argue about doesn't even affect us.
Yeah, right. It's like, just wasting your energy on the things that you don't have control of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sucks.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why we make art.
And make art.
And we make art with it.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah. Honestly, it's like, yeah, I don't know. Kind of like just going back on the people being emotionally attached to like all the issues. It's like at one point, like you gotta kind of just, like you said, step back and not identify with it, because like, I mean, you're literally choosing and picking your battles, and that shit just gets exhausting because there are so many goddamn issues to worry about. So it's just like, just worry about you and your own, and that's it. I mean, unless like issues are affecting like the individual and the people they care about, like I get it, but I don't know. Once you start enforcing it on others, that's when it becomes an issue too.
Yeah, and I totally listen. I'm 100% down for like protesting and like peaceful, loving revolution in this country. Like I'd be the first one to like be out there, fucking handing out banners and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But it's it's everything. It's not even just political or the medical stuff or health thing. Like life's like everyone is just finding that next thing to be upset about,
right?
And it's every side. It's not one side. It's every single. It's like 80% of our country. So and I get tangled up with it. I try not to.
Oh yeah.
I try to like put my phone on like with the face down so I don't have to see it like. Vibrate or do any of that shit or, and
what,
just
like articles about shit of like,
yeah, or any, or
just
like disconnecting from the whole thing.
Oh, like, I gotcha.
I don't watch the news. I don't read articles. I don't like click on any of that shit.
Yeah.
I like, I'll read something from time to time, but like, as far as knowing what's going on in the day-to-day world of whatever, like I try not to even watch it.
Yeah, it's of course this is like easier said than done. So this is like a work in progress because sometimes I get emotionally, like things will kind of get me heated up, and then like I kind of go off on like a rant or a tangent. But yeah, I for the most, like if we're talking about news, like I get news from Yahoo like every morning, so I'll look through the articles and. If there's like a couple that like seem like a potential, like, this is like, concerning, if like people are getting hurt, like I want to know like, oh, like what's going on. I'll look into it. But I really don't try to like waste too much investment on all the shit that's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just,
like it,
I listen to a lot of podcasts on top of that too. So, but for the most part, honestly like comedy has like been saving my sanity a little bit, or not a little bit, a lot of it.
There's so many comedians fucking killing it right now.
Yeah. But
like out to Tim Dillon for the most perfect human on this earth.
Yeah, he needs to be protected.
Yeah, every time I've tried to jump off a bridge this year or the last 2 years from all the shit going on, I'm listening to Tim Dillon's podcast and I'm like, maybe I'll, I need to try like those Gordon fish sticks, you know what I mean? In an Airbnb. And then, if that doesn't work, I'll kill myself.
Oh my God. Have you thought about jumping off a bridge?
I've been these are jokes, but I've been suicidal a bunch of times in my life. So I'm allowed to make, it's like a gay person making a gay joke.
Gotcha. No, I get it. Because there's going to be somebody
who could cancel me because I've actually tried to kill myself.
No, because there could be somebody out there be like, oh, they're laughing. Like, G's laughing about this, but little does he know he might be serious or, some shit.
No, this is not a call for help.
No, but I get it. Which is like, yeah, exactly. Like you can laugh about it. But
I be extreme, but it's like anytime shit's like, just weird, like the comedians that are, and not just him, like Joe Rogan, Shane Gillis, Nick Cummins, like they're all just
well, what I was getting at though about people being like attached to everything is like I lean towards I trust those that can like laugh at like the dark shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that really have a good sense of humor that can laugh at their traumas. Cause like you gotta be able like to survive, you gotta like be able to conquer that shit. And like one of the best examples of that is the comedian Miss Pat. Have you ever heard of her?
Yeah, I fucking love Miss Pat.
Yeah, Miss Pat, man, she's the shit. Yeah. And yeah, she's like, one of, if not the best example of like really laughing at your fucking traumas. Getting shot by your baby daddy.
Yeah.
Getting raped, fucking raped. Being pregnant at 14. Like that is fucked up shit.
She's been through it, man.
Yeah.
She was there's this show that's, I think it's on Netflix. It's a Bert Kreischer show.
Oh, The Cabin.
Yeah, exactly. And she came up, he brought her up to the cabin. Yo, it is the funniest fucking thing ever.
It's the only episode I watched of that series because Miss Pat was on it. There is one I kind of want to see that had Bobby Lee on it, but I didn't. Yeah, that was funny though. That was a good episode.
Yeah, it really was. That was one of my favorite cabin episodes.
Yeah, everyone loves Bert Kreischer.
Are you a fan?
I'm not really.
You know,
like I'm not saying he's not talented and he's not funny or anything, but I get tired of him pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. He's just not for me. But I'm not saying he's not hilarious and he's not talented. He is. I mean, that's why he's like blowing up. But it doesn't work for me. Like, you know, they had the two bears, one cave. Like I would watch some of that just to watch Tom Segura because I do enjoy Tom Segura more. Like if I had to pick one of the two, I would.
You'd go Tom. You're Team Tom.
I'm Team Tom. Yeah, and then just Bert is just like, you know, I don't know, man. Like I don't want to sound like an asshole, but I've said it before. I don't know if on the podcast or not, but sometimes I just find him a little repulsive, man. He's just he's just like crazy. Just like,
the time. He talks loudly and very aggressively. You know,
he just does not take care of himself. You know, the whole thing with the Kool-Aid and all that shit. God damn, that shit's crazy. Yeah,
not at all. Poor Bert.
Yeah, so I didn't want to shit on him like that, but
we're not shit. He's still, you know, he's a good comedian. He just, you know,
it's just not for me.
Yeah, he's got to take and stop drinking so much.
Well, it's just funny because like when you hear like other comics talk about him, they say like the same shit. They're like, I'm worried about Bert. He's been partying this hard this whole time. Like, when's he gonna run out of gas? Like they always say that shit. It's so funny.
Yeah, it is. It's true.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway,
are you a Louis C.K. fan?
I do think he's funny, but I didn't see his newest special. I didn't really follow him that hard. Like I used to watch his show for a little bit, like the first season. But then I just kind of fell off at one point. And like that was before the whole shit with his dick. Like like I just stopped following at one point. But I always thought he was funny. Like there's no doubt that he's funny.
Yeah.
Bill Burr though is a beast. He's
Bill Burr
that I try to keep up with.
Yep. Dude, his podcast is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like it's just talking for fucking like there's no it's just him doing his thing. It's almost like why Tim Dillon's podcast is so good. It's because
he has Ben though. He has
just like ridicules Ben about being a shitty producer.
Yeah, there's just like the way he talks and goes off on his rants and his ads too. When he does the ads, so fucking funny. Like he's like one of the rare. He's one of the rare that I would listen to his ads.
Yeah, the sheath underwear ad I think is my favorite. Where it's like it's a veteran that owns that company, and every like you know fucking whatever the guy's name is, Tom or whatever. Like Tom, like just got back from Afghanistan, killing children, and like, like he just goes he gets so fucking ridiculous with
it. Well, he's not on YouTube anymore. I don't think.
Did they take him off? No. Yes, I think his video podcasts are on YouTube.
Are they? I think.
Recent. I don't have Twitter, so.
I could have sworn he was talking about on Rogan, like they stopped putting up his videos. I don't know. I might be wrong, but he's been having trouble.
Like they're gonna stop putting up my videos.
Well, it's why he has Patreon because he's had a little more leeway with his content.
Yeah. Do you have Patreon?
I do, but I don't. I haven't posted anything in a long time, so like my tiers need to be updated.
Yeah,
like there needs to be some updating on it. But yeah, there's a lot of I have a decent amount of stuff up there, like free and subscription stuff.
Yeah, I've never been on Patreon.
Yeah, it's
Gotta give it a go.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of switched to it just to give it a go, see if like someone would, make a donate a month, would actually subscribe, and it's like for super cheap, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And but for me is because when I make videos for my illustrations, I often like to use like copywritten music, and I wouldn't be able to get away with that on Instagram, so I started posting on Patreon because I was still able to post it on there.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So, but I stopped. It was just hard for me to get the traffic through there. So,
well, shout out to Patreon for letting us use copyright music.
Yeah, unless they change the rules. I don't even know. It's been that long. But yeah, shout out for not giving me red flags or anything so far. But yeah, and like I have Twitch that I need to like get back on, but I don't have that endurance for streaming that long.
Yeah.
So
yeah, everyone keeps telling me I need to put my shit on TikTok. And I'm like, I don't think my songs are like, I don't know what 16-year-old girl is gonna dance to one of my acoustic songs on TikTok. Like it's too much effort. I'm not gonna do it.
Well, like, that is pretty funny. But I like if your music was available to make reels or stories with, I would usually
I think it is. It's just,
Okay. But but you're saying to be active on TikTok.
Yeah, like it does.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man.
Chinese.
What's that?
I said, plus I don't trust the Chinese. Like I don't want them to see me like taking a shower and getting changed in my room.
They'll only see it if you aim the camera right.
Yeah, and that's what I try to do every night. I mean, Mark Zuckerberg's watching this right now, so
you just gotta lay the camera right underneath your grundle.
Yep, I usually do it in like a very spot. I try. I'm like, if you're gonna pay attention, I'm gonna fucking.
Can you please like and subscribe?
Yeah, exactly. Like, real quick.
Leave a comment if.
Yeah, like I bring the phone when I'm pooping, and I'll just be like, like pretty girl stealthing me because I know that they're watching.
Well, that's OnlyFans content right there.
Yeah, it is.
That's OnlyFans material. That's a whole nother world right there, man. I don't know.
I'm gonna make a pooping OnlyFans right after it all. Yeah, I'll probably make loop. I'll be able to quit my.
Oh, there's fucking weirdos out there that are musical. Dude, you playing a guitar while taking a shit?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're on to something. I think I got to give you like at least 10% because this was partly your idea.
Yo, you know what? No, like real talk. I used to do that too. Like I've taken my ukulele to the toilet and just jammed like on the shitter.
Yeah, that's where the best songs come from. Definitely.
Well, I didn't come out with any songs, but still did it.
Yeah. It's soothing. It's still soothing for them.
Wow, for once, someone else took it to the shitting.
Yep, and this is the shit.
I mean, usually it's me. I bring up the shit because I've done some weird shit, said some weird shit. What do you call it? Would you have you and Joey ever considered or spoken about doing a song together? Or are you open to doing another song with another artist like that?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh, okay.
I'm so sick of writing shit by myself. Like in my fucking, like I really, like I think, yeah, the only input I get is just this. She doesn't care. She doesn't give a shit at all. She's such an asshole. So yeah, I reach out to a lot.
It was his cat.
I reach out to a lot of people about doing, like something like a collab or something together. And a lot of the times it just doesn't work out. But it's also been, it's been a crazy last 2 years. So it's like hard getting people, comfortable, and then you have to mask sometimes, and it's just but I'm sure there'll be a lot of collabs, down the road.
Well, that would be cool to. I'm just speaking as a fan. That would be cool to see you and Watch Me Sync do something together.
Actually, at the show, me and Joe were talking about starting to do like long weekend tours. So, and kind of all up and down the East Coast. So even, where you're in Richmond, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So even down in like Virginia, like if we take like a weekend trip and just play like 2 or 3 shows.
That'd be dope.
Yeah. Hopefully that'll come in the future, but I'm sure, he jumped on during Saturday's show. I played a set after they did. And then we kind of took like a cigarette break. Everyone is like a hole. And then we came back on, and I played acoustic, and Paventa jumped right up, grabbed my electric guitar, and like was just like he played real nice with me. So, I'm sure there'll be a collab in the future.
Nice. That'd be awesome. There's a brewery right nearby, and they always got live performances going on over there. And I do miss being around live bands and stuff. So it's been awesome lately, being around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool. That if that ever works out, turns out to go that route.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where does what's like the next step for you now?
I don't know, just keep writing stuff musically, and just see what the fuck happens. A big thing that I've realized in the last couple months is the live shows are really, playing in front of people that aren't like my family and friends that I already have now, has been like, helping me obtain fans and all that shit. So, I'm kind of just doing that is like mainly what I'm focused on this year, besides recording the rest of the full length and doing that.
Like trying to build a following?
Yeah. Yeah, and not with like Instagram ads or...
No, I get it. Yeah, like you're trying to bring like an organic audience. Yeah, like fan base, if you want. Yeah. If you want to call it that.
Coffee shops up and down the East Coast.
No, right? You got to start from somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So
one fan's better than one. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, man, fucking if that's how it works, that's how it works. Like I'm kind of in the same position where I had to figure out a way to connect with the local, local consumer, people that just enjoy art, that like to collect art or whatnot. Rather than just selling artwork at market events or whatever. Yeah. But are you, because this is going to be out. Oh, wow. Actually, this will be out on Valentine's Day, I think.
Yeah. Shout out to Dana. Dana for being my Valentine, by the way.
Dana?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So she'll hear this right now, and then I won't, she won't give me shit. I'll be like, here's your Valentine's Day present. You have to listen to this whole podcast. I made you famous. So
famous. Oh, geez. Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm with you. We're kind of we're in the same boat in terms of like just trying to build because I'm new in the area, so I'm trying to just really connect with the community here and try to gain a following as well and get people to kind of like recognize my type of work, my aesthetic, yeah. So I kind of relate to you on that front.
Yeah.
Are you so this is gonna be out on Valentine's Day. That's the 14th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this will be out on the 14th. Do you have you been looking to are you booking shows or do you have shows booked coming up afterwards?
Yeah, I have one show in March. I think it's March 19th. Which I'll post about on my Instagram. It's at a brewery up in Hackettstown.
Okay. Do you remember the name of the brewery?
Yeah, Jersey Girls Brewery.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then I don't know. I've been talking to friends and stuff that my one buddy Matt is like a manager at a restaurant that he wants to try to give me a gig. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of letting us see what happens but it's definitely starting to come together, which is cool.
Yeah.
Like I feel like more people are hitting me up and more and more opportunities to play music is finally coming around. It's different than it was like a year ago. Where I played like a house party and I think that was like the best I got. So
yeah, right. And then it was just a matter of like fulfilling the need to perform, I would think, right? Just to like be in that energy.
I really enjoy it. That's kind of why I keep doing it. Like, I write these songs and they come out and it's some sad thing and you have to listen to it with your headphones on in the dark if you like actually want to get it. But like the live shows are like, that's when I get to have fun and like talk to people. And, I try to make like an entertaining show out of it and stuff. And I'll say like a dick joke and then I'll sing a sad song. It's,
it's like, let's switch gears here.
Yeah, exactly. Like, hey, like before everyone starts crying.
Or it makes them cry. I don't know.
Well, listen, more people need to cry, so I'm doing God's work.
Oh shit. What are your some of the musical influences in your work?
I don't know. I feel like I have a lot of them, and it's not. I guess like early on stuff was James Taylor. Was always like a huge favorite for my parents, so I listened to like every James Taylor song a million times. But then also too, like my mom would make me dance to like Madonna in the living room when I was like a little kid. So it's like I still like kind of enjoy pop music or stuff like that. Like a good beat and a catchy melody. But
okay.
But I mean, I guess songwriting is just listening to a lot of like the songwriters that are out now. Like Dermot Kennedy writes some really like heavy shit, Noah Gunderson writes some like really heavy stuff. Even like some of the older guys like Damien Rice, Ryan Adams, you know. So I guess that was kind of the influence, is at least songwriting wise, is like, you know.
Okay.
I like paint a picture and bring someone into a space, you know, that they like kind of connect with a little bit.
Well, just me coming from as a listener, I easily connect to any music for the most part by melodies. Like like even with lyrically, like I don't know what the lyrics are, but the way, like the cadence,
the way it
harmonies
flows,
and the way it flows with the music is how I can connect with it. Then I eventually go deeper and then like, oh, what are they actually singing or they're saying? What's this music actually about? Because sometimes I'll just see the title, right? You're like, sure you shouldn't judge anything by its cover, right? But sometimes I will see what the title is and then kind of make that correlation with the music just by kind of set the mood with that.
Yeah.
But that being said, with your music, it's kind of there's a soothingness to it for sure, and I think that's what that's definitely from your voice, like the way your voice carries through the song.
Yeah.
What have you been compared to, or whom have you been compared to, vocally?
It's a very long list.
Is it really?
No, it's not a long list, but I feel like every time I play a show, there's like an older guy that comes up and he's like, you sound like someone and I don't know who it is, but you totally sound like him. And I'm like, yes. I'm like Sean Connery. Like, and they're like, definitely not someone else. I don't know. Some people tell me like Bob Dylan, which isn't, I don't think I'm as like clever as he is. So, especially vocally, but one of the last shows that I played at that same Green Hive studio, maybe like 2 months ago, one of the guys told me that I sounded like Dermot Kennedy, which I was very impressed with because he's Irish and he could like belt shit. And I'm like, I don't do that. Like I can't hit those high notes. So that was fun. But
maybe.
But other than that, I don't really know,
Maybe that's who I'm thinking. There's because I will say because
exactly.
Your voice does like I don't want to sound like that old guy, but I couldn't put my finger on it. I'm like you remind me of another vocalist, but it wasn't someone I was familiar with. It was someone that my friend showed me, and I think he's from the I don't know if he's from the UK or from Europe, but maybe that's him. But I couldn't put my finger.
I'm just waiting for someone to tell me Adele. Like if someone like Adele, like I'd be like, yes.
I don't know. I feel like with Adele, like her body type in the beginning stage is what helped her develop the that anatomy, that instrument.
Yeah.
She was very heavy set, and that made her able to belt out these phenomenal, notes. Now she's skinny. People hate her.
Exactly, which is so stupid. It's like that, and that's how I feel like everyone's trying to find something to get offended for. And they're like, Adele, you come out and you're in a fucking mini skirt this time. Like,
oh, well, same thing's happening with that Australian actress, Rebel Wilson. because she's fucking like killing it right now. Like she looks good. And I think she's gotten hate too, because she was she was the funny fat girl. And now she's fit.
Yeah. Yep. And these that's such a loving thing to do, right? Like, we love everyone, but we don't love you if you were fat. And now you're, and now you like went on a keto's diet.
We don't like skinny people that used to be fat.
Yeah. We live in the most hypocritical period of time I think I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my God, dude. We could, damn.
It couldn't be more like just fucking upside down.
Me and we were at my in-laws' baby shower, and their cousin, or my wife's cousin, that he was visiting, and I don't know for how long, but we were just like shitting on ourselves, like Americans, like just how like like the privilege and expectations and all this shit. And I was like, we could probably do like a whole nother like podcast episode just shitting on it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to sound, I don't want to sound too anti-American, but it's just funny when you observe and you're just like, wow, that's that's how it is.
It's not American. It's not like the American, like, like build a family and everyone work hard and prosper. Like, now it's like, it's not America that you're shitting on. You're shitting on the fucking society that was, made for us to fail, essentially.
Yeah. Man.
And it's like, we're all just freaking out. We're like,
man.
We're like when you pour water in an anthill, and then they're all just like neighbors and shit. Like, they don't even, people don't give a fuck, dude. I saw an 80-year-old lady the other day, and I live in like there's still like a lot of family and stuff in the town that I live in New Jersey. And there was this 80-year-old lady that hung "Let's Go Brandon" sign outside of her house, and on the other side of it said "Bye." And I was like, "Yo, this woman like puts out decorations for Christmas, and like the kids come and hang out and like check them out, and like she's totally lost her mind." Like, it's it's like fucking crazy, man. It's yeah, and we all should get back to like that home roots living from like the 50s, except for segregation. Like, make everyone equal and then get back to like just
simpler lifestyles.
Yeah, kind of like be happy. Yeah. We only get once, so we might as well not be like stressed about shit we can't control.
Yeah, part of the goal, and I'm sort of kind of speaking on behalf of my wife too a little bit here, but part of our goal was to sort of start changing or sort of prioritize our values a little bit. But we wanted to start off by kind of living with less expense. What's the word I'm looking for? This is where my brain starts to rot. Just less expensively.
Yeah, like budgeting and stuff.
Yeah, because it's cheaper over here, so we wanted to be able to have a little bit of financial freedom, just a little bit. And we're looking towards hopefully buying land and maybe a house or build a house. I mean, when the time is right, we'll decide. But yeah, we want to be able to live a little more self-sufficiently or self-efficiently, if that's the right one. But we're learning how to
self-sufficient.
Yeah, just learning how to because like my sister-in-law, who is my wife's sister, like she knows, like they have a garden and she knows how to plant all this stuff. I'm like, that'd be cool. Like, I would like to plant the shit that we eat. Like, at least that way, like, you know, hey, like, we know where it's coming from.
It's not like there's not poison on it.
Yeah. And it would really help out on the cost because, like,
yeah, it's fucking like $3 for a pack of seeds, and then
I'm
you
not
don't
even.
have to,
Well, yeah, exactly. But I'm just saying, for me, like, I'm a glutton. I eat a shit ton of vegetables, and I just like I feel like we go through, and my wife is, she's like pretty much a vegetarian, and what do you call it? Yeah, we go through vegetables so quick. So like to be able to grow our own vegetables on top of buying some more, that'd be awesome. But yeah, like with that, that's been like the goal here, with the move over here is being a little more,
like
self-sufficient and living a little less costly.
Yeah. And I think everyone,
Everyone wants that.
Yeah, everyone should get like a little bit more into that route. Like I would love to have a little piece of property off, like a little bit off the road, so that I don't have neighbors that I piss off when I'm like loud with my electric guitar.
Yeah.
And just like have a garden, have like some animals and stuff, some chickens, eat some eggs.
When we were still living at home in Haskell, because my older brother's a DJ, and man, I don't know, like we had like the perfect setup. Like we had the right neighbors. Like our one side was like our good friend, like family friend. The other side was like they were just cool neighbors, like we known for a long time. And then behind us, it was like they were the guy was a cop, but I guess he just wasn't like, I don't know, we just never really bothered him, surprisingly. But my brother would be blasting his shit, like, mixing and DJing. And it's just like it's just wild how we got through that. Yeah, good times. But yeah, that'd be nice, right? To be able to live in a home and be comfortable to.
That's the goal,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I say the same thing about having a workspace. Like I have an office now, which is nice. But yeah, to be able to, I don't know. Like I'm using half the space right now, but I mean, still, I have a space for it, so it's nice. It makes a big difference. It's good to have space for that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like, I've turned my room kind of into a, like a little like getaway spot where I can kind of isolate and write stuff and play things and all that shit. So it's important to have a spot like that in your house, especially if you're creative,
Yeah, I agree. I had before our last apartment, there would be like I had at least 3 spots in our apartment where I would sit down and just create art. Like it'd be on the couch or one of the 2 these like reading spots that were set up right next to because like we had like this nice large window, and the 2 chairs were set up there for like if anyone wants to sit there and like read or whatever. And I always had like a different spot to just draw and paint.
Yeah, that shit's important.
Yeah.
This might be a first on your podcast. I'm peeing.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I want to do that. Dude, don't walk. I didn't want to interrupt, the story.
I could have cut that out. We can.
It's all right.
That's the rated G for you.
Yeah, listen, we're fucking humans. That's what happens.
I think that's the first time. I think that's the first time I've had a guest actively urinate while proceeding the podcast. Bravo,
And
sir.
Hopefully it's not the last, you know.
I mean, if it's not the last, then I don't know who or what will be done to top that. That's gonna be scary.
Gotta poop. Someone has to poop on the podcast.
Oh my god, someone has to take a shit. Then
I'm giving this to the rest of the guests.
well, here let's be a little more inclusive, right? So either a female pees on the podcast, or a male or female shits on the podcast.
Yes, these are the two.
Because if a female pisses. If a female pisses on the podcast, that's ballsy.
Yeah.
And then
all you female R. Kellys out there. I'm talking to you. Right?
You feel refreshed now?
I'm checking them. Yeah, I needed to pee for a while.
Okay, I'm sorry. I mean, I would have been. We could have.
No, it's fine. All right.
I'm long-winded. I think I told you that the first time we spoke. I'm long-winded, so.
No, it wasn't. That's the only reason. It wasn't because you're long-winded.
Damn, man. Any fun facts or special traits about yourself that that many of your followers are not familiar with?
I enjoy doing the dishes.
What? I mean, actually, that's not weird.
Yeah.
Did you used to work as a pot washer in the past?
A power washer?
Yeah, or a power washer.
No, but I'd power wash stuff for like money.
Well, that's what I mean, like restaurants in the kitchen or anything.
I sold cars for a while.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was a greasy car salesman.
No, because I used. I mean, why I ask is like I used to pot wash like when I used to work at the nursing home in the kitchen. So I used to, doing the dishes there.
Yeah,
so I thought maybe you did that for a little bit, and that's why you.
Yeah. I washed dishes. I was in rehab in this homeless shelter for a year. It was back in like 2015, and I they give you all like jobs and stuff. So someone will be like the maintenance guy, someone will work at like the thrift store, and they gave me the cook down in the kitchen, and that was like my job to cook food for people. And I was like, I've been eating cereal the last like 2 years, like addicted and crystal meth. So like I don't know why I'm a cook. but yeah, we had like a whole kitchen set up, like a restaurant kitchen set up. So I would like, wash all the dishes and shit like that.
Okay. Right. Yeah. Okay.
And then eventually they put me in charge, and I was like making pork loins, like trying not to people, because they'll fuck you up. If you burn their pork chop, they're gonna, But it was a cool experience. There was this one time I made lasagna for everyone, and this black dude came up and he was like, "Yo, that lasagna would make me want to go home and hit my mama." Like full blown excited to that. And that was, please don't take that being racist, but that was just like that moment was, and, it made me feel good. So, yeah. And that's how I stopped doing heroin. It was because, because that's what love is like me, connecting with Dave. Shout out to Dave too. if he, God, I don't even know if he's still alive.
If Dave found his way to tune into this podcast.
Yeah, Dave, I love you. He gave me hope.
That would be amazing.
Through my lasagna. So.
So wait, you were addicted to heroin?
Yeah, I am.
15.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know. I started doing cocaine at like 20. Jumped very quickly into like Xanax and painkillers. Because I realized you can't like do coke and then come down all the time when you're like trying to go to work and shit.
Yeah.
So, and then I fell into that prescription pill thing for a long time. Started doing heroin, stopped for a couple years, and then I jumped back into it when I moved out to LA. So,
wow,
it was all right. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I had a lot of fun, but fucking crazy. Eventually, it brought me to my knees. I asked for help. My dad flew me back home and was like, "You're gonna go into this homeless shelter for 11 months," and I was like, "Okay," and it worked somehow.
Okay.
So, luckily, I'm still here, and I'm not on meth and heroin, which is cool.
Yeah, I would say that is very fortunate. I would say blessed. Hey, I'm glad it worked out for you, man. And I imagine, I would hope that the music that you are writing and you are performing has been a great outlet to releasing.
Mm-hmm.
Releasing not just negativity, but even positivity. So.
Yeah. No, 100%. I don't know. Counseling was a huge part of my recovery, and finding a handful of people that I could like be comfortable enough with to talk to about shit. And I feel like, I don't know, writing music is kind of another outlet to like say things I can't say, I didn't say. Gives me like an ability to let shit off my chest without, knocking on someone's door and telling them or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you sharing that.
Yeah. And it's, I don't know. I feel like the whole heroin thing has gotten really dark in the last couple of years with fentanyl and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's what Hello Fentanyl's about. I
had a feeling. It's been talked about a lot.
You go to a rehab with like 60 people in it at a time, and like you have a lot of friends that have fucking died, and that's kind of, like, I don't know, just a way that I could kind of paint what that looks like a little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, without being like, your friends are fucking dying. Some metal. I'm like kicking over microphones.
When you say it like that, bro.
I'm eating bird. You know what I mean? That's what it's shit. Fucking, it's absolutely terrible what's happening.
It is. Yeah.
That's a reason. That's a big reason why I stay away from it. Or not even stay away. I just don't have any interest in doing it anymore. They're like out here fucking killing us. And like, I'll be damned if some fucking like rich white dude at Pfizer kills me because of fentanyl.
Oh my God.
That shit, man. The way I'm going to go out.
God forbid. Yeah. Some bullshit like that takes you out.
Yeah. But there's a lot of, it's happening to a lot of people. It's sad.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Just be a little more cautious, I guess.
Yeah. Even you kids doing cocaine now.
Yeah, right.
Like give it whatever friend you don't like.
Not even no. There's kids doing some weird shit now. I imagine.
Yeah, kids are,
like think about really weird shit.
think about it if we were like 12 years old with fucking Facebook and TikTok. Like, think about the weird shit we would be doing.
I think I'd be in prison.
Yeah.
Because when we were young, we used to make chlorine bombs, and underneath the 287 bridge by where the vortex is.
Oh fuck yeah! I know exactly where.
Yeah, I lived right down the road from the vortex, and yeah, we used to make chlorine bombs there, and sometimes at the park until like we got too scared and had to like find another location.
You're like, yo, this is getting too hot. We gotta avoid.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That shit. Good times though. Good times.
Yeah, it was, dude. They'll never be able to. You can't get away with that shit now.
No.
Like, yeah.
No. And, well, I will say this, right? Because we used to make home movies, home videos, and stuff. So we've definitely recorded some of the chlorine bombs we've done. It was fun, man. It was so much fun. I don't have it like we don't have it like saved on anything. It's just like it's on tape. That one's like purely on tape. But yeah, we didn't have a platform to upload that shit. You know, it's wild.
The FBI would be at your fucking house.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm saying. Shit.
You would just show up, Special Victims Unit. You'd be like, yo, I heard about a bomb.
Well, like the sites that were big on like videos like that would be like E-Bombs World. I don't know if you're familiar with that site.
I grew up on E-Bombs World.
E-Bombs World, yeah, man. Or I don't know. There's other shit, but damn, that's old school shit. E-Bombs. Is that site even still up?
I don't even know.
I don't know either.
No, yeah, they have. They have an Instagram and they throw up a lot of shit on Twitter, I think too.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they're still cooking.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. They're not.
They're here to stay, bro.
Exactly. They're too big to fail. U-Bombs both too big to fail.
Because they've had wild shit too. They've had some wild shit. Like they had categories. I remember it was entertaining.
Yeah. I don't think I've been on the website in forever, but I'm sure it's still there.
Yeah, I can't. I wouldn't be able to tell you when the last time I was on that shit. But yeah, man. Well, you got it in yet to do one more song to bring this podcast home?
Yeah, man. Of course.
That'd be awesome. Earlier we were talking about the track We're Not Alone. Would you be down to play? That's a long one though, isn't it? Actually, you don't have to play that one if you don't want.
I don't know. I won't have to ditty it. Hey, I'm not gonna ditty. I had a long day doing construction, so I'm probably not gonna. No, but I'll play that one. I got.
No, you don't. Well, no, you don't have to play that one. You don't have to. You can play whichever one you want, bro.
All right.
I think I went to that one because that's just one of my faves.
I can play it quick. I'll play it. I won't disappoint. You sat on the. We've had a 2.5 hour conversation.
I had a great time. I hope you had a good time.
Yeah, nah, fuck yeah, man. This was all. We'll do this again too.
Oh yeah, for sure, bro.
Fucking joints and hang out.
Yeah, definitely. You're always welcome on the podcast if you wanna, promote your, if you got a new single coming out or a new album or anything, music video, whatever, man. If you ever
write a book, I write a book.
Yeah, who fucking knows? Yeah, right. But yeah, man, you're always welcome on the podcast. Even if you just want to shoot the shit, man. Like, I'm more down for that.
I appreciate it. And I appreciate you for bringing me on. This is like the first, like interview or like discussion I got to have with someone online. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Cause it's just my way of trying to like spread the love and while doing that to inspire the ones that are trying to like, pursue whatever their creative endeavor is.
Yeah.
Like to inspire the aspiring, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. And indie artists, there's so many people out there that are like unknown or unseen, So like platforms like this are important.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Well, do you want to do your plugs and then play, or play and then do plugs?
Yeah, I'll do my plugs first.
Okay. Yeah. So where can everybody find you and your music?
MF Hadley, at MF Hadley for my Instagram. And then Spotify under Hadley. Those are really the only two things I do. I have a Bandcamp too. It's under Hadley. I have merch for sale. I have a t-shirt and a coffee cup that say "fuck Hadley." If you go to my Instagram, it's in the link in the bio. But I'm a simple man. Other than that, I don't have a Twitter. Although I think I got "fuck Hadley" as a handle on Twitter, but I just don't. I don't have anything else to say besides.
Well, let allow me to also add that you do have a YouTube channel.
Yes,
that has the music videos, which are very well put together. So check that out for sure.
Shout out to Paul Mary for fucking killing that. But yes, on YouTube as well, and then this will be on YouTube.
Yeah, so this will be on YouTube as well. Yes.
And then also too, I'll be announcing shows. So if anyone is in the area and if I come down there and stuff, obviously I'll let you know. But
there you go. All right, bro. Take us away. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary, Mike Hadley.
Most days a trickle of this stuff. Some nights the bottle's not enough. Most days you wait for that call. Sometimes you turn your phone off. And I can feel it now in the air. These things, they all work out. 'Cause we're going home on a fighter jet. We'll land when the wind's clear, when the fog runs dry and everything just disappears. When you just wanted something more. And I don't know about you, but every breath I take is another breakthrough. And a gift we receive and don't see where it goes. And I don't think we'll ever know. I'm flying kites in the skies, I'm looking for answers from above. We're not alone.
And I could see the stars now. I waste away my life until I figure it out. Started dreaming again and somehow made it out. And the failed attempts were not enough. I'm flying kites in the skies and looking for answers from home. 'Cause we're going home, dear. Forget the shit that happened before I landed here. Today's such a great day for us to disappear. I'll make it home to feed the cat. Started sleeping on the right side. The oxygen is so much better when the mood's right. And we could stay up literally all night. Because you laugh at my stupid joke. And there are moments to the day that I smile, cause we're a different kind of folks. And we're not alone. We're not alone. We're not alone.
My man. Appreciate you playing that one, bro. Because that's a long track, but it's a beautiful track. Thank you. Thank you for playing that.
Yeah, man. Thanks again for having me and stuff. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. And for those that have joined us on this episode, thank you for sticking around and listening to our conversations and really just witnessing sort of our first real interaction. Again, like we are, we really kind of just crossed paths recently. So, and then, and I'm glad that we did. And that's the beauty. Man. And that's the beauty about, I guess, just like when you just connect with artists and, you just show the love too. So, it's been great. And, man, I look forward to seeing, what else you've got in store for us. You did mention, off air, like before the show that, you had a new song that you wrote, a month ago.
Yeah.
So
for the full length, I have about like 10 or 11 songs now.
Okay.
It's like it just needs to be. I want to go into it with each song and just make that song like the best it could be, one at a time. So.
All right. Well, yeah. Man,
yes.
Excited.
They'll be down and stuff. I'll drop a few things, a few little, like a carrot trail.
Yeah. No, that'd be awesome.
For the whole bingo. I promise.
I'll be excited to see that. And
there'll be more videos and all that kind of stuff too. It's going to be a busy year, hopefully. And I'm excited about it.
Yeah, this is just the beginning, it seems like. Yeah. And I think I'd say it's been a great start. I mean, I'm just saying artistically too, like this is a beautiful product that you have. So I'd say like that alone is starting off pretty on a good note.
Yeah. And that means a lot, man. I appreciate that too.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. And so we will be in touch. And then again, those that stuck around with us, thank you. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to check out the show descriptions. If you want to follow Hadley and or myself, it'll all be provided in the descriptions. And Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. And we will see you on the next one. Peace out. Yay, yay. Yay. All right, let me stop this shit here.
Where is the Seacrest? Seacrest out.
Yeah, Seacrest out.